What's going on, y'all? All right, man. I'm gonna do a little AR of the Kaiju, man. First of all, I effed up by not taping the holes in the rims, man. I tried to squeeze out as much as I could, but I'm probably gonna have to get new ones. I did manage to squeeze a lot out. Um, but yeah, so what all broke? Well, let's see. The bumper shifted. Something happened up in here, or maybe it hit so hard, and maybe that's the pin from here that goes into a little groove in here, a hole. Maybe it hit so hard it knocked, shifted. But either way, it is still on there. It's on there. It's taking some hits, as you can see. You know, that's grinding down to a little whatever. I think the lights still work. I don't know, but yeah, it's still on there. So technically, yeah. And as far as the arms, you see yourself just nicks and hits. Okay. See the arms, just nicks and hits. That's it. You seen it took some upside down lands, nothing on the shock towers or broken on the body mounts. The body did slightly tweak a hair towards, I got it's off here, I got the body as a hair, but it's no big deal, it goes on. Yeah, the pinion came loose. Here's what sucks. Okay, at the end, that's what happened. The pinion came loose, and the set screw, I tried to take it off, and it won't come off, man. Once again, stripped out, and I made sure that I don't know what the hell, man. I don't know. Is there something I'm not getting? So then I tried to just tighten it on there again. I don't know. It was like, I don't know what's up, man. I should heat it up and then for a good minute and then spray WD-40 from now on. But whatever, stripped it out. So now it's back on there tight. It was just moving back and forth. It was definitely this. So the discs are good. I was thinking it was a disc, but the pinion was just loose. So I might have to pull the motor off and somehow get that. Okay, that's my doing. Probably should heat it up and then soak it with WD-40. I don't know. But what else? Okay, yeah, the diff cups. There's one that's shredded. It's about to shred off. I had it sitting just right there. Where's it at? Here we go. See that? See that? See, it's about to shred off right there. Yeah, buddy. Where's that? Get a better view. There you go. See? So yeah, that's about to come off. Yeah, man. Anyway, but it's still going. So I need to get some diff cups. That's the worst one. The other ones have the indentions, of course, which is going to start splitting. So the diff cups, and of course I've already replaced one of the upper arms. In the front I have an extra one, and the one that was broke here. So I ordered a titanium rod before I saw these were in stock. I saw 4mm by 50 millimeter, which I measured from here to here, and which is 2 inches, and this 4mm for a turnbuckle, and it's a titanium one. So since these ends were good, I took these out and put the titanium on, which is in the bag. But yeah. So earlier when I came out, the pin in the knuckle over here was gone. As soon as I took off, it was done. So luckily I threw one of the bent ones. I had a whole CV shaft with the that was the bent one that I originally hit the curb, and it spun real fast. So I kept it because it still had, the shaft was good, but once it went into the CV, the shaft for the wheel, that was actually bent. That bent instead of breaking any of this, which tells me these plastics are stronger than you think because it bent that actual thick, thick metal part that the wheel mounts all over the hub and everything. That's what bent over, breaking everything. So yeah, I took the pin out of that. I threw it in the bag at the last second for spare parts and everything. And thank God, because that's still the pin where the shaft went into that, to the knuckle part of it. I took that pin out. I needed that pin, it was gone. And when I took this out, there's a plastic sleeve that also goes over the CV shaft part. And that sleeve is not in here. I don't know if it broke and came and just disintegrated out, but it wasn't in there. So that's how the pin got loose and came out too, because that sleeve was not a bearing. The bearings are over in the front. It just kind of holds that pin in there, I guess. And that's what, there was no sleeve, so that's how that pin came out. So I got lucky. thank God, man. I was like, why would I need this? I threw it in there anyway. And boom, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, I had it in there. And I was thinking, I hope there wasn't no other part missing. And it held up the whole time. That was it. So, man, I got lucky. I was pissed off, man. Because I thought about that CV shaft. And then after I chilled out, I started looking through all the shit I threw in the bag. And it was in there. So, all right. So, that's it, man. I think if something goes back here, something, I think this shifted or whatever, but this took some hits in the back. So, dude, I am really pleased with this thing. 6S is a nut. That's why if you see in the video, the tires are starting to lopside because of all the water in here going to one end. And I was just watching RC Guy Garage earlier today. That's why I took mine in the water. I was like, shit, man, he got his fucking soaked. So I was like, I didn't think the creek was going to be that wet. Usually that's really dried up and there's barely any water. So his shit made it. This wasn't as bad as his. So, but I also noticed his shit, boom, blew out because he didn't. I don't think he taped it off either. And that's stupid because I watched it and I didn't do it. But yeah, boom, he ripped it. His shit blew out because the water just ballooned, and that's what mine started to do, but it didn't because I only did one run on 6S technically. So. Yeah, this thing is a lot of fun on 6S, man. It's definitely a big difference. It's just nutty. It is definitely fun on 4S, for sure. But on 6S, it's pretty nutty. Definitely pretty nutty, man. I need to get a couple more 6S packs. I need to get a Yobu. Well, I do have that. Yeah, damn it, I forgot. I have the 6,000 milliamp. I just need to get the same ones I have, which are kind of beat up. Some 5,500 milliamp, 50C, 3S ones. I'm just gonna get a couple more of those and 2 more sets. But yeah, yeah. So what do I rate this, man? I've only had a few RC cars, you know. I only have the shredder and of course the crate nade that's just being worked on, and the infraction that is not with me anymore after 24 hours. Let's put it like that. And you know, that's pretty much it, man. So this is, I had to rate this for a basher. It's got to be an 8 out of a 10, a strong 8. It could be maybe a 9. There ain't nothing perfect, but it's going to be about an 8, man. Because you only really need to make this better diff cups, right? Better diff cups is what it needs, stronger ones. Better, just a little bit thicker upper arms. Even today I didn't break any, but there's people that really send these things. I did mild bashing. I've done light bashing. Today I did better bashing. I've done a couple mild jumps. So with the mild bashing, these held up, the upper arms. They didn't snap, but still they could make better ones. So better upper arms, better servo horn off the bat. They should just put a metal one on there, or you know, aluminum. So better upper arms, aluminum servo horn. What else? The spur really for plastic, as long as now mine got chewed up because my motor came loose in the mount. Now that I tightened it up, it hasn't not one shred. I keep this off in here so I can constantly check it. Nothing. So I think the plastic spur is good just because it's so wide. You know what I mean? I don't really have a desire to change it. It's more of a challenge to me to see how long it holds up. So that's not a gig for me putting a plastic spur yet. What else? The body so far is all right for me. I beat the shit out of it. And, you know, it's starting to have holes. People were saying it's kind of weak. I wouldn't know. It's okay. I mean, I've ran it under cars and jammed it, but it's finally starting to go, you know. After today, it took some hits, so it's starting to weigh him out. But the body's probably, what, I don't know, 7 out of 10. So it's decent. It's decent. It's been fine for me. So man, this thing could be like a 9, dude. If you just got the better upper arms, what was I saying? Better upper arms, metal, aluminum servo horn off the bat. The servo is strong enough. What else? Like I said, there was something else, man. I keep thinking of. Tires are good. Yeah, that's about it, man. There was something else I know I'm gonna forget that it's gonna aggravate me. It's good on. It's fun on 4S. It's good if that's all you have. It's really fun on 6S. Oh yeah. That's right. The drive cups. It needs better drive cups for sure. Better drive cups and better upper arms, man. That's really what it needs. The two main things that I see, man. And it would be better. The diffs are actually fine. No diff problems. I haven't seen anybody really having any diff problems. So actually, they could make it a little bit wider. I mean, they probably made it like that for a reason, to make it really squirrely. But even though I've lowered it, I've moved the shock to the furthest outside, and I put hub extensions that are almost an inch wide on each side. You know what I'm saying? So this to me is I really like how it's set up, man. It handles way more flat on the corners. So I really like it like that. It doesn't roll. It really does not roll. So I don't really think it needs sway bars the way it's set up now. So yeah, I'm gonna do some maintenance on this and clean it and pull the motor off and try to get this pinion thing, which is my fault, get that situated. And yeah, man, overall, what do I think of the Kaiju, man? It is a badass. For $400, it is badass. And if they just fixed the drive cups and made stronger ones in these upper arms, just those two things really, it would be even more bad. That would be just like the two main things that I see. Maybe there's other problems. Oh yeah, and the servo horn. That would be like those three things, man. Boom, just, it would be even better. But can't complain. None of them are perfect. And the thing is like this shredder over here, which they just kind of gave up, which they did make different versions, but it's like, I don't know, man. The diffs have always been a problem with this, but that's when people go to success, but they kind of gave up a part support. I hope they don't do that with this. I hope they have just better upgrades and do certain things with this. I hope they don't really just kind of really bum down on the part supports for the shredder, which I'm going to do another video on the build I'm doing on this. I'm doing all Creighton 6S gears, 6S differentials, internals, and the pumpkins on this, and they're going to be shimmed, the extra shims and all that. But yeah, it's gonna be on 4S on the Mamba X. I had it once and it blew the diff out the side. I have to upload that video again. It blew it out the side, man. It blew one of the satellites out the side in the center diff. I don't know what happened, but it was running for a second. But I'll upload that video. That was a week ago. But anyway, yeah, I hope they don't bum out on parts they did on the shredder. I hope these guys do better part support and a few upgrades to make it stronger, man. But I'm actually thinking about buying my son one, and me getting a new body and doing a different body color, and just doing a one-over maintenance on this. And yeah, man, so would I recommend the shredder? Hell to the yeah, or the shredder. I probably wouldn't recommend a shredder. The Kaiju, would I recommend it? Yes. As a first one, yes. If you got 400, 300, man, you can get the Sentin and the Granite, and those are pretty good, the 3S, and those are actually pretty same as this out the box. They do 50 out the box, on 3S, and this will do, 50 on 6S. So, batteries are cheaper for those. The hair is smaller. You can extend them and put a little bit bigger tires on those, and you can get those for 300. I think that's one of the best all-around things you can get into it. So, but if you want to spend a little bit more on something just a little bit bigger, that's technically a little bit bigger than 10 scale, like a small 8 scale or a 9 scale, this is good. Especially the Kaiju's awesome. Especially if you lower it, even if you don't put the hub extensions, if you just lower it, it'll handle it. It won't roll as easy. But if you put the hub extensions, it'll handle even better, man. So yeah, definitely recommend it, because you can do a few upgrades cheap to make it handle even better. And the power is crazy. In my opinion, I've seen a few people go up on the pinion already to 12. That's cool if you want to do that, but man, in my opinion, don't need to do that. 40 goes around 40 or so, depending on your batteries on 4S, and a little over 50 on 6S. Dude, to me, for what this is, it's pretty nutty. It's really fun, so I would definitely recommend this as the first one. And if you're, of course, into the hobby, man, the Red Cat really nailed it with this. But y'all need to just please listen to people and fix these couple little things, man, and it'll be super fucking awesome. Okay, there's a report. And I don't know, I'm probably not going to run it anymore because of the diff is about to shred off, and I'm probably just going to take it apart and do maintenance and wait for the shit to come this in and order the body for this and yada yada. And yeah, that's about it. So if you subscribe, thanks for subscribing. If you don't, you should. And thank you for watching and listening to me ramble. Alright, y'all. Have a good night.